Hey, welcome to Uncle Al's Barbecue. Well, I guess I made a mistake here and my phone did not work. Great. Alright, well here's what I did. For the ultimate pan-fried steak, what I did is I chopped up a shallot, 5 cloves of garlic, and put in some rosemary with butter and olive oil. I seasoned the steak with salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder, and I got it on medium high, and the bottom of the pan is coated with olive oil. So now I'm going to put the lid on there to help lock in that flavor and all those juices into that steak. And the reason I'm pan frying it today is I realize there's a lot of people out there that you don't have a barbecue and you don't even want a barbecue, but you'd like to have a nice juicy steak that's got a real good flavor, besides having to go to a restaurant and spend $30. I mean, that's what it's going to cost. So let's make it at home. And as usual, I find my steaks on sale. I got 2 of these T-bones. Let me show you what it is one more time here. Alright, got this T-bones here. You see all that butter and oil and that shallot? Man, I'm telling you, if you could smell this, all those drippings and all that stuff, all that right there. See that? Shallot, 1 shallot, thing of rosemary, 5 cloves of garlic fresh minced up, okay? And I am telling you, this is just one complex flavor. You can smell it. You can smell the rosemary and everything going on. Now, if you don't like these ingredients, don't use them, okay? But it does add a complexity to it. And I've been sick. I don't know if I got this COVID thing again or not. So I've been incorporating garlic into everything I eat lately. And I like garlic to begin with. When all this is done, I'll eat them bits of garlic and them bits of shallot. And I'll put it on top of the steak. And like I said, if it's too strong for you, then don't worry about it. Don't put it in there. I would try the rosemary though. Give that a try if you don't like onion and garlic. My opinion is, just try this recipe one time and see what you think. So I'm going to check on it while I'm sitting here talking. And you notice the color of the steak changed? That's because I put that lid on there. It's cooking it faster. And normally a steak like this, I want it medium. So let's flip this bad boy out. Ooh. Are you seeing that there? Are you seeing that? Alright. And normally I only cook these steaks. Look at that, garlic browning down. Onions, all that. Shallot. Baby onion. All that's cooking up. We're not worried about that. But it's going to get the juice on there. So, we'll put one more little dab of butter on top. Now, I'm not saying I'm cooking it to be healthy. I'm cooking this to be flavorful. Look at that pan-fried steak right there. You got your sear. Those are the seasonings that kind of burn on there. And it turns gray because of the lid. You're basically steaming it. So, boom. You put that lid on there. And in case you're wondering why I'm using that stainless steel lid instead of my glass lid, like these other ones that go on my other pots and pans, well, Uncle Al's had a little mishap. We set the glass lid out on the counter, and it was set on top of like a fruit bowl that had, like lemons and garlic and shallots and stuff like that. I keep my bowl of some of my supplies in. And man, it just slid right off of that there bowl and hit the floor and just shattered. Boom! It's like, dang. So I had to sweep the floor about 10 times to make sure we got the glass out of here. So there's a little side story on all that for you. In the meantime, listen. Are you seeing that? Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. We're on medium high. And got that lid on there. Let's see what we got underneath. Let's see what that butter's doing. You see that steam? I mean, this is like you get home from work, you're tired, but you got a steak. Make sure it's defrosted. It has to be defrosted. The steak's defrosted. I seasoned it up and threw it in this pan. And right now we're looking at about 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes for a T-bone. Boom. Look at that butter. Look at this thing. Look at that. Man, oh man, look at that. I mean, that butter just sitting there, melting down. Oh, if you could smell that rosemary, people, I'm telling you. If you don't want to do the garlic or the shallot, do that rosemary in there. Do that rosemary, because all that flavor with the butter and the olive oil at the bottom of the pan is just going on around this here steak. Look at that. Huh? Look at that steak. And inside the pan, see the juice there? Okay. All the juice, olive oil and butter is going right on around that steak like that. Now, if you're looking at this steak right here, you see how this is falling down underneath the bone? And the bone, see how this is shrunk in? Can you see that? There's a little edge right here. Basically, this steak is getting cooked to where it's almost done. See? Boom. Look at that. All right. Okay, now we want this steak juicy and tender. And the reason I'm flipped it there too, I really didn't have to flip it again, but I wanted to get the juices from the garlic and the shallot into the meat. I mean, you really want to do that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do now, people. Now, I'm okay with a rare steak, medium rare, or anything else. I can eat them anyway. In my opinion, this steak, since it's see how it folded down off that bone? To me, that's cooked. So I'm going to turn the heat off of it. I'm going to put the lid over it. And I'm going to pull the pan off the burner and put it on the next burner. All right, so now we are out of the heat, off the heat source. Let me pause that forward. Let me move over here and show you this here. Okay, we were on the other burner, right there. All right. I'm gonna let this steak sit here for 10 minutes. I'll be back here shortly. All right, folks, let's see what we got. It's been about 10 minutes. And the reason I let it rest for 10 minutes is, you know, you want the juices to go back into it. Can you see there's still a little steam coming off? So let's pull this bad boy off here. Come on now, get on underneath there. Ooh, look at them juices. Look at that thing. Okay, I didn't dump no juices on it or nothing. That's from the lid being on there. So let's get it on over here to the side. Now, if you look in this pan,